I am so tired, utterly exhausted. It wasn't just a long journey from the kingdom. We've also been fighting constantly. And the war is going to stretch on even longer because of this, right? All I can do is sigh, really.
Let's see.
You could ask me to let's go back to Emblem for a while. I can't say that option's very appealing. My father will most certainly put me to work. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Warriors V Hopes. Last time we took care of Baron Dominic and thought we were going to go to Kingdom Ichi, but apparently not because rebellions have started to work out, so we gotta quote that. I've kind of got a bad feeling about this. How do I describe it? It's like I sense darkness, or something like that. It's hard to put into words.
Actually,
To be honest, I can sense it too. Whatever it is.
really?
Seriously? Huh. But you know, I'm probably just imagining things. I knew this moment would come one day. I cannot claim to be completely prepared, but I have done all I can in our current circumstances. I will need a moment of your time before we depart. There is something I must tell you. Okay, so he will probably talk to us before we do the final battle for this chapter. Okay. Do you even lose track of our location because we keep moving around? I have no idea where we are. The Alliance? Or are we in the Empire? And I feel that way too. I get lost all the time, but then I'm going in the wrong direction. Definitely feeling like that one champion from Sword and Shield. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. When the city of New fell, it was overrun by bandits and looters. At the time, the Imperial Army had been so focused on fighting forces from Dagda that the city's guards were practically non-existent. But now we've mobilized forces and prioritized aiding the people rather than the war itself. I feel misty-eyed with gratitude.
What do you think?
Which means we're doing things different from how the Empire used to. Which gotta be a relief, right?
Oh.
Yes, precisely. The Empire has turned over a new leaf. No doubt to do with the sunny downside. There's yes. To be honest, I'm so relieved we managed to get through everything without killing Gainy. I hope so long as he's alive, no matter how much he hates me. Aww. There was definitely dialogue for bringing Mercedes into that fight and having a fun in that, and now I feel... on one hand, I'm kind of relieved I didn't put him through that, on the other hand, I kind of just wanted to see how that goes.
What is it?
So fighting bandits and scoundrels next? It doesn't matter who we're up against, I'll cut them down all the same.
Right on.
You get that right. I'm not gonna let you outdo me either. Just watch, I'll do a better job than you.
Sure.
Let's do this together instead. Things will work out better for the both of us that way. This is nice not all about competition, you know. Yeah, I know. Steve's totally ignoring me, isn't Steve? I am estimating there will be more fighting in the city. Not enemy soldiers, but bandits and rioters.
What do you think?
I am having a better time fighting in this situation. What about you? I'm better in those kinds of battles too. It's definitely easier to fighting in a wide open field. So we are the same. Then we will be finishing the fight properly. Oh, hi. Father, perhaps we should leave him to the other Imperial forces to take control of the situation in Nordelia. You are the count now, Lawrence. I cannot tell you no. But you must consider it carefully. We are presently following the Empire's lead. It would be wise for us to prioritize the stability of our Alliance territory. But if the chaos spread from Nordelia, Gloucester will be undoubtedly behind. We must take a certain level of precaution, yes. But right now, we should prioritize serving the Empire as much as we can.
What? No.
I see. You mean to say this is our only option if we newcomers are to build trust within the Empire? Understood, Father. I shall heed your advice today.
Understand.
Do not myopically? Okay. Do not myopically seek immediate gains. Always maintain a broader view. That is politics. Alright, I shall bear that in mind. Also, son, what the fuck is up with the feet moving in your eye room? That's not how it works. Sorry. Apparently my father's heading towards what used to be the western part of the kingdom while we come out this way. And that means leaving my brother in the charge of Fort Mercius. Well, I'm sure things the rest will be fine with my father then. Not like when we were fighting the Alliance.
Let's see.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fine. Which just means we need to do a bang-up job and take care of this mess out here too. You're not that right. I don't want my father yelling at me. Your diddly territory is in bad shape, yeah? I just want to go help him. You want to help them? Okay, I'll go tell Aegard.
Wait, what?
Was that even asking why? You're a real stand-up kind of person.
Wait.
So, Count Pericles is headed west. Then the enemy won't be taking back their territory anytime soon. But we've also poured our main forces out of the area, which gives our foes a chance to regroup. We need to consider what approach they'll take while we're dealing with the riots. You're right, we need to be thinking ahead. Let's settle this matter in Rim as quickly as possible, for both the townsfolk's sake and our own. The Red River divides the Lily and Rim territories. How odd for fighting to happen in both places at the same time. That can't be a coincidence. There must be something more to this than meets the eye. Something Transformers reference. So, what do you think's happening then?
Hey.
I don't really know. You should ask Cupid. Oh, I really did. Just give me fake answers. Oh, okay. Everyone said that the fighting would get worse the worse it would get got to the capital, but if anything, it felt like the opposite. Instead, we'll just walking all day. We're gonna handle losing bulk at this rate. Huh? Going into Rim territory? What else the kingdom is that? Buddy, that's the Alliance territory. Oh, okay, now I get it. Still don't get it though.
No way.
Why is this happening? We were so close to ending the war. The commoners will be the ones to suffer the most. As it is, they're just scrambling to survive. You have to save as many people as you can. Harryman isn't here. You might have gone to him. I'm a bit worried about him. I know Giza was put through the most spectacular blunders. Yeah, we're all facing a lot of unknowns right now. I'm worried about him too. Exactly. Worrying over his well-being is the least we can do. Oh, thanks. My work used to take me through Leicester all the time. A lot of familiar faces. For a time, there was a kid who called herself my best apprentice. Oh, I get who he's referring to! I wonder what she's up to now. I think her name was Leone. Well, I mean, she's not part of our army as far as I know. I don't think we've... She should technically still be alive at this point, because we haven't really fought her in any serious, dangerous conditions. Grim. I feel no particular attachment to that place, but those responsible for the chaos feel familiar. I suppose cutting them all down would serve to stave off boredom. So want to do a full conversation? Fine.
Yuritsa? What's wrong?
Not here, either.
Hey, hold on. If you're looking for someone, I'd be more than glad to help.
Leave me be.
Friendly as ever, I see. You know, it's kind of hard to believe you and Mercedes are related. Why don't you let me help you? You seem worried.
How could you tell?
You're not exactly hiding it. You nearly busted the chapel door clear off its hinges.
Right, I suppose anybody with ears could have heard that. Fuck.
I'm looking for someone. She is injured.
Huh? Did someone go missing from the infirmary? Wait, are you talking about an enemy?
Not an enemy. However, she fled when she saw me.
Well, then why would she run? Oh, I get it. Was it Bernadetta?
Not her. Though, the one I seek was likely frightened by me as well.
Well, you're not really the most approachable guy. There's kind of this murdery aura about you. Like, if I let my guard down for even a second, it'd be the last thing I ever do.
That is not my intention.
I know that, but you'd probably still scare the life out of someone who's already jumpy. Even a beast would turn tail and run if it caught sight of the Death Knight.
Then, what would you suggest? I will never capture her at this rate.
Your biggest problem is that you always look like you're out for blood. Maybe we should start there. Just try to smile when the two of you talk. And definitely don't look like you're gonna kill her.
When we talk? Interesting. Time is wasting. I must go.
Okay, bye.
Yuritsa? Is he really gonna be okay?
Am I gonna wait a whole, like, maybe 1 or 2 chapters just to figure out if he did even, like, took the advice I said to him at heart? Well, I suppose we'll just have to find out, don't we? I don't hate these post-war jokes. I know full well that is not enough to deter a master from a path. But to think that someone would cause such an uproar in the Empire...
I won't allow it!
No, that is something else entirely. We cannot allow it to stand. You got that right. This is completely indefensible. If someone's pulling the strings, we'll question.
Leave it to me.
Your enthusiasm is exactly what we need. Let's charge ahead, clearing any debris that might fall in Her Majesty's path. Rim is near Eiger territory. I only hope the wires do not spread that far. I am worried for the people of Rim, of course, but my feelings toward my own territory are special. When you are a noble, the people in your territory feel like your own precious children.
You're kidding.
Your own children? But you don't have any, do you? Wait, don't tell me that means...
What?
Just what are you getting at? Of course you do not have any. One day I might be able to have a few. But this is not the time for such discussions. I must ask you to desist at once. There's a lot of unrest in Lodelia too. You have to hurry and do something. How do these ordinary run-of-the-mill ruffians manage to coordinate such widespread chaos?
Let's see.
There's gotta be some sort of mastermind behind this. I just don't know who it would be. You don't? I suppose it is a bit early to be jumping to conclusions. The riot has not spread this far yet, but based on the reports, things are only going to get worse from here on. Be ready.
Let's see.
Now, I'm used to this kind of stuff. You should probably worry about everybody else.
Right.
Yes, you might be right. But to tell you the truth, I do not think we should rely on you for everything. How's it fair? Why haven't you joined the army yet?
That's concerning.
I didn't expect this would happen. Now the people in the Grim were right. I created many disturbances like this back when I was just a knight. And though the place in my title may be different, I still fight for the people. Join the army then, you'll have much better that way.
I beg your pardon. Could you spare a moment?
Professor Henry left this post to me and went to protect the townsfolk. He said he would be the one to save the people. It was quite admirable, actually.
If you please.
I'm certain he can take care of himself, but I hope he will go us soon. I'm worried about everyone in the room. We need to get out there and help them as soon as we can. I don't know I deserve the town anymore.
Let's give it a go.
But a knight of Faerghus would never be so quick to abandon the townsfolk.
Minute.
What a mess. At least I know this isn't the church's doing. The knights themselves would usually be the ones fighting with everything they've got in this kind of situation. The Imperial Army, on the other hand, accepts full responsibility for protecting each and every one of their citizens.
Now what?
Now that I've to the church, I can really appreciate them taking on such a burden. I'm grateful for it. Many people in the villages and towns ahead are suffering because they got caught in the outpour, and I must go and save them at once.
Absolutely.
You're right, it's other people are not kept up during times like these. Yes, and I have more things to find out and when we were fighting against the other regions. That's what counts for mouthful to say. Okay, well, since I kinda can't... Would it continue my support? There's no, I still might as well just get their support something meanwhile. So I'm just gonna go with whoever else I can to get their supports up. I've arrived.
There you are. What's going on? It's not like you to send for me.
I have something to give you.
Well, this is new. What is it?
Here.
Aww.
Flowers? Oh, I'm really surprised. I mean, you've never given flowers to anyone before, have you?
I had to ask some of our allies for advice, because I wasn't sure the best way to communicate my feelings.
What do you mean?
I'm really thankful that you're my captain, but also that you're my father. I've never really told you that, so I wanted to make sure you knew.
Ah, kid.
When I asked, everyone said I should give you flowers. Apparently that's what they used to do back at the Officers' Academy.
And now I'm reminded of all the times they used to do so in the Officers' Academy. Boy, I sure do miss that timeline.
I wonder what it would have been like there.
Although granted, it was my memories just here and there, this could be just me, just probably thinking aloud here. I probably don't have any memories in that timeline anymore now that I'm stuck in this one.
The Officers' Academy, huh? You might have just been a student there if things had happened a little different.
I wish I could tell you, but that'd be spoilers.
Or who knows, maybe you'd have ended up like Alois and forced into giving seminars or something. Not that you're really qualified to be a teacher.
I mean, you don't know that. I definitely could have been a better professor in that timeline. You don't know that.
Anyway, these flowers did the trick, kid. Consider your message delivered. Though, to be honest, I kind of already knew. You might not give a lot away, but you're not completely unreadable. Sorry for making you think I had no idea.
That's all right. I'm just glad you know.
By the way, why'd you choose this kind of flower? Did someone suggest them?
No, I picked them out myself. I thought they were nice to look at. Calming, in a way.
You even like the same flowers as your mother. Can you inherit that kind of thing?
I don't know, this could be a strange coincidence.
I used to give these to Citri all the time. I'd pull them out from behind my back, and her whole face would light up like the brightest torch you'd ever seen. Maybe this is how she felt whenever she got them.
I'll keep that in mind for next time. I want to see how this mercenary life of ours is going to play out. Together. Those feelings are never going to change. and I'll do what I must to make sure you know that.
Huh. Thanks, kid.
Aw. God, I'm really loving the wholesome conversations here. I just love it.
Yuri's still not back yet? It's been 5 days. What's this? A letter? Not like him to leave his stuff lying around. I wonder if it says anything about where he went. Well, it's just sitting there. Can't hurt to take a peek, right? Are you well? Eating enough? I worry about you all the time. Thank you for sending money always. I want to see you soon. Huh. Is this letter for Yuri? It's got a different name on it.
Having fun?
Yuri! Wow, you really snuck up on me. When did you get back?
Just now. More importantly, why are you snooping through things that don't belong to you? Choose your next words carefully, if you don't want them to be your last.
I'm sorry. It was just sitting out in the open, so I thought it'd be okay if I read it. I was worried you weren't coming back.
Never mind. I can't imagine you'd have a reason to pry into my affairs. I suppose this is what I get for taking off without telling anyone. And for being so careless.
Yeah, I thought you'd be the last person to leave something like this behind. You must have left in a hurry.
You could say that.
I think Knox would just be like the best option, but...
Was it because of the letter? I assume it's from someone in your family. Maybe a little brother or sister?
My mother, actually. She doesn't really have a way with words, I know. She's always been prone to illness, but lately her condition has grown worse. I try to visit whenever she asks to see me. Obviously, there are times when I can't go, but I have to take all the time I can get, right? I never know which visit will be my final chance to see her.
I understand. Once someone's gone, they're gone.
God, now just being reminded to... Yeah. I should probably not dwell on this. It reminds me of losing someone very important like last year, and I never got a chance to see you again.
But wait, the name on that letter, is that your real name? So Yuri's an alias and you're really Reg?
No need to say it. And yes, what parent would call their kid by an alias anyway?
Fair point. It's a nice name though. Why hide it?
In my line of work, it pays to have more than a few names. And don't go telling anyone about this. You won't like to find out what happens if you do.
I won't, promise. And if I do slip up, you're free to do your worst. In any case, I am sorry for prying. And for what it's worth, I hope your mom gets better soon.
God knows I don't have one.
If it were easy to cure, then we wouldn't even be talking about it. But I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless.
Yeah, this is got like a lot of points to go through. It's probably for the rest of this thing and see if we get any more.
That reminds me, I actually found myself at a noble's tea party not too long ago.
Oh, you must be talking about Ferdy, right? He does love his tea.
No. It happened while I was doing some work as a bodyguard. The nobles who threw the party even gave me a cup of tea to show their appreciation. I didn't really know what to make of it, though. Hard to say if it was even good or bad.
Understandable. Settings like that tend to choke the flavor out of any food or drink you happen to come across, among other things.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm built for all that fancy stuff. Hey, remember when I asked you to sing for me? You belted out a verse from one of your operas. It kinda reminded me of that tea. It's like, I just don't have the background for that sort of stuff. If you don't grow up in it, you're not gonna get it.
Everyone has a right to those things, though. Taking in a tragic opera, letting an elegant meal dance across your taste buds. Nobody should be excluded from those pleasures just because they were born a commoner.
It'd be good if that's how things worked.
You think it's not?
Take my time back as a mercenary. I would have gladly eaten a half-cooked rat if it meant I was getting food in my belly. It's only since I joined up with this army that my palate's become a little more discerning. What I'm saying is, if you never have the chance to eat good food, then you'll never know what good food is supposed to taste like. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but...
In that case,
Dorothea?
oh, sorry. I got a bit caught up in my thoughts there. But I think it might be just as you say. Will you indulge me for a moment?
Sure, what's on your mind?
When I first started singing, I did it for me. Only me. But it wasn't long until Manuela discovered my gift. So, I joined the opera company. It felt... incredible. I wanted the whole world to hear my singing. But once I became a songstress, I started attracting more and more attention from the nobles. Before I knew it, I wasn't singing for myself anymore. I was singing for them. Now you can't even appreciate my songs if you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
That might be true, but like I said, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. So many people would kill to be able to do what you can do, so don't belittle yourself like that. Your singing is incredible, Dorothea.
I appreciate that. I really do. But I still can't help but wonder.
Also, why is the camera zooming out that way at the end? That was kind of odd.
Interesting. Her Majesty refrained from drinking tea today. A bit unusual, don't you think?
Sure, maybe she just wasn't having tea on the mind today. I don't know.
I believe the last time that happened was 15 days ago. Ergo, we can conclude she tends to renounce the beverage when...
Hey, remind me why I'm doing this again. What's the point of recording all this stuff? Why not just hang out with her?
It is not stuff. These are Her Majesty's great exploits. They must be accurately recorded and preserved within the annals of Imperial history.
I don't know what... Monica, there's something really strange and just... maybe something I'm probably not getting here. What the fuck does not having to touch a specific reference have to do with recording it in this way?
Not sure I'd call her tea habits great exploits.
Thank you, Shaz, thank you.
No one's ever gonna need that information. And how do you remember all this? I couldn't even tell you what I had for breakfast this morning.
I remember everything Her Majesty does. Every word she has ever spoken to me. Every morsel she has ever eaten. Not to mention where and when she ate it. Every sigh that has escaped her lips. Each and every one of her favorite...
Yeah, let's stop there. This is all sorts of weird.
This is getting a bit too parasocial. You need to log off. It doesn't exist in Fortland.
Why do you say that? These are simply records that need to be kept.
Not all of them need to be kept, though. Not all of them need to, though. Why are you so important on including even the tiniest little bit of stuff that doesn't need to be there?
Just think about it for a minute. Have you ever read a book on Adrestian history that lists the number of times an emperor sighed?
There has never been a historian with a memory like mine, nor one who could keep such accurate records. Until now, the sole reason I have this excellent memory is to ensure that Her Majesty's great exploits are documented properly.
But if your memory's so good, then there's no reason for me to help, is there?
Oh, but there is. Her Majesty places a great deal of confidence in you. She often engages you in conversation, and the two of you spend an insufferable amount of time together. As such, you're able to obtain information I could not otherwise verify on my own. There is nobody more qualified than you to assist me in this undertaking.
All right, fine. I get that you're serious about all this. I don't mind lending a hand when I'm not busy. And there doesn't seem to be much harm in it. For Edelgard, anyway.
Spoken like a true confidant of Her Majesty. How dependable of you. It's no wonder she trusts you more and more each day, even if it is maddening. And so, the time has come for me to grant you a very special privilege. I will permit you to devote yourself to Her Majesty as a sign of your undying love.
What the fuck does that have to do with it? I can't even ask anybody in this game, Monica. What the fuck you on about? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, this is just one strange character arc from Monica that I just witnessing today. Like, never before in all my life, and well, we just met Monica back in Three Houses, that should the chance come for the real Monica to ever actually be playable, then that this is the one that they would take her. This freaking place. Goodness gracious, I don't even know how to respond to this. I kind of was like a third Anthony just for the hell of it.
I'm honored, I guess. Does that mean you're not jealous of me anymore?
I suppose not. We will be comrades, joined in our quest to bestow love and affection upon Her Majesty.
I take it back, I want out of this.
All right then. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. I'm not really sure how I'd show my love for her. Or if I'd even want to.
Very well. You clearly still fail to appreciate the full extent of Her Majesty's charm.
Jesus.
However, I am confident you will come to your senses the more you assist me.
I'm starting to be done by all my senses, Monica, just by this conversation alone.
I hope that one day you will ascend and become a true admirer of Her Majesty.
Yeah. You do that.
You do that. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this conversation now. Bye! That was fucking weird.
You're a lifesaver, Mercedes. Could you help me tend to this soldier's wounds next?
Lady Mercedes, where would you like me to put this?
Oh, yes, just a moment, please.
You really have your hands full, Mercedes. Anything I can pitch in on?
Oh, goodness. I appreciate your offer, but I couldn't possibly ask you to take time out of your day to assist me in these tasks.
Hey, don't be like that. Anyone who's still got the legs to stand on after a battle needs to do whatever they can to help. I'm no physician, but I can at least help get some of this stuff organized.
But you only just returned from combat yourself. Aren't you exhausted?
Actually, I feel all the more better.
Hey, I could turn that question right back on you. You were there fighting with us that whole time.
I suppose that's true. But are you sure you don't mind lending a hand?
Sure as anything. Just tell me what to do, and I'll be on it before you can even blink.
In that case, there's a box over at the training grounds. Would you mind getting it?
Oops, I'm making the conversation.
There should be bandages and medicine inside, so you'll be able to tell which one it is just by opening the lid.
Got it. Be right back.
Oh my, wait just a minute.
What's up?
Give me your right hand.
Okay.
I knew it. You're injured. Here, I can patch this up in a jiffy with my healing magic.
Whoa. It's all better. Thanks, Mercedes.
You need to speak up from now on if you're hurt, all right? Don't be so nonchalant about your health.
Hey, I could say the same thing about... Actually, never mind. Anyway, it should be easier to carry that box now. Thanks again, Mercedes.
No, thank you for offering to help. Oh, and take all the time you need. There's no rush.
So when it comes to President, that is the situation. Yes, I see.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? Such zeal.
Ah, Hubert. What are you doing here at this hour? Up to your usual intrigues behind Edelgard's back?
I would thank you not to make such blind and rude assumptions when you lack any basis for them.
Well, yes. I suppose I was making assumptions. You have my apologies.
Not at all. I am, in truth, up to my usual intrigues. So your amends are quite unnecessary.
Oh, all right then. Hold a moment. You were?
In any event, what are you reading with such vigorous intent?
Listen to me, Hubert. A
book of past judicial precedent, is it? Ah. And specifically concerning the prosecution of nobles.
Yes. I have a mind to settle matters with my father. The letter of the law considers rebellion a capital crime. But practically speaking, that is not the case. Members of the nobility are especially likely to be granted clemency. And all the more so in recent years.
Yes. They expiate their guilt by surrendering peerage, providing assets and information, and leaning on the strength of their past meritorious deeds. In short, the nobility make full use of every excuse available to hold tight to their miserable lives. One could pluck off their arms and legs and leave them to fester in the dankest of prisons, and they would still come wriggling back to the surface. So long as they are permitted to live, that is.
Like with the former Marquis Vestra?
That one did not serve his emperor properly, and acted in a manner easily construed as treasonous. This is incontrovertible fact.
Go on.
Sadly, he resisted arrest and lost his life in the unfortunate incident that ensued. His guilt, or innocence, on the matter of treason will remain forever shrouded in mystery.
That sounds like a careful bit of sophistry to me. It appears to anyone with half a mind that you thought him guilty and had him executed. As a noble, he should have been judged in public, as is right and proper, no?
And remind me again, whose father escaped while the law attempted to do just that? So long as they are permitted to live, the noble creature struggles desperately to continue doing so. Such is ever their nature.
And that is exactly why I am investigating precedent. Once my father is recaptured, I seek for him to never again know the taste of freedom. I will not allow him to stage a comeback. I will see my father properly judged for his crimes. And if he were to raise an army, I would have no choice but to lay him low upon the battlefield.
But could you, if matters came to that? I wonder.
It is not a question of can or cannot. The man will be dealt with, and by my hand, I could never forgive myself otherwise. Not as the inheritor of the title of Duke Ire, nor as the one to succeed him as Prime Minister.
It is for Her Majesty to decide such things. However, if it proves to be in Her Majesty's interest, I suspect this resolve of yours will be most welcome.
Now I think about it, I'm supposed to have gotten even more prologues in the meanwhile. Like, what would think a sport about Duke Io would eventually come along? Just, you know, won't think.
Hey, Caspar. Oh, what's with the mountain of books? Wait, please don't tell me you're planning to use them in your training somehow.
What kind of guy do you think I am? They're books. I'm gonna read them.
Read? A book? You? Did you eat something weird?
Come on, you sound just like Linhart. I've torn through books before. Sometimes even 2 or 3 whole chapters a day.
Who the fuck calls chapters chappers?
Please don't use the word torn when it comes to books. You're going to make my heart stop. And books are divided into chapters, not chappers. Oh, Caspar, promise me you won't hurt those books.
You don't have to worry, Dorothea. I realized something the other day. A person who's responsible for troops can't rely on physical strength alone. You probably wouldn't guess it from how my father looks, but he's pretty good about that stuff.
Can't say I'm shocked that the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs has read the occasional book. Speaking of, you may have heard this story before, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Back during the War of the Eagle and Lion, there was an Imperial general named Francis who was quite proud of his strength. But while he was indeed strong, he was unlearned. And so everyone looked down on him.
Why do I feel like this story is gonna make me feel like an idiot?
Yes.
Just listen. The Emperor at the time gave Francis an order to study, and said that if he didn't, he wouldn't be allowed to lead anyone in battle. Francis did as his Emperor ordered, and studied as though his life depended on it, growing especially talented in the area of tactics and strategy. As a result, his deeds on the battlefield were great, and he eventually rose to the rank of Minister of Military Affairs.
So I should take a page out of Francis's book, right?
So long as you don't mean literally, yes. Incidentally, the words the Emperor used to praise Francis were memorable enough to have survived even to this day. With the passing of 5 sunrises and 5 sunsets, even the meanest soldier may burgeon into a peerless commander. It means if you study hard for 5 days, even a common soldier can become a great general who commands an entire army.
5 days? That's nowhere near enough time. It'd take me 5 days just to read 1 book. You gotta at least give me until the end of the war.
But by that point, won't your chances to distinguish yourself in battle have already passed?
Oh, you're right. What am I gonna do, Dorothea?
Well, I suppose I have no choice but to help you. Who knows? I might even learn something.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you.
Jesus, that is every support so far. Goodness gracious. It feels like they keep getting longer and longer depending on which ones that just happen to be a lot of the time.
Hey there. Need something?
But I mean, nothing wrong. It's just it's surprising.
Greetings,
Commander. Starting to report. Well, the things what aren't actually happening around this gate. Bush towards the day maneuver to the east are apparently quantum bandits, fighting to protect the people. What a great responsibility. I hope I can help somehow.
Do I want to know what you two are talking about?
Oh wow, this is actually before we go. Okay, that's interesting.
Is it not obvious? We are debating who might be behind the recent disturbance in the peace.
The slithery people, right?
Correct. Absurdly phrased, but correct.
They're not little snakes, you know.
We may have ousted Lord Arundel and the others from power in Enbar, but we knew it was not the end of their vile schemes, which is why we have been preparing for the day they bared their fangs once more.
Granted, we lack solid proof they are behind this, but it is the most likely explanation considering the scale of the revolts, as well as where and when they all occurred.
I'll keep that in mind on the battlefield. Oh, and for the record, I like this part where you all trust me enough to tell me what's going on.
A strategy I strongly oppose. But Her Majesty insisted we keep you in the loop.
Must you always antagonize Hubert?
I merely state fact. Though I will admit you saved the Emperor's life, once, still. I would not be shocked in the slightest if you suddenly changed your colors and tried to kill her. Yet sharing such knowledge with you achieves a dual purpose. It helps prevent those who slither in the dark from using you, and it gives ample justification to dispose of you, should you betray us.
You never change, Hubert. At this point, I don't know how to act if you did.
But you have mine. I'll be counting on you as always in the battles to come. If those who slither in the dark appear, we must strike them down.
There's Anna. There we go. There's Faerghus. I was always thinking, man, it's been quite a while since we even had a single support going on. It's a shame it's not anything with Geigen. Well, at least one of them falls closer still in the dark. I don't think this little podcast is anything, so I should be safe. F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goodness, these are getting longer by the chapter, I think. All the Paramount seem to evolve like level 43, so I think I'll save those for when we eventually wrap up the entire area. Or I might just do one in between. Who knows? Prince Ironhead, right amount of security advance will restore order to the area. Found the enemy.
Time to go to work.
There'll be no failure so long as I can.
Why about the enemy before reinforcements arrive?
This isn't a problem anymore.
Yep. There's to find this. Where is it? There we go. Alright, that's done. Let's move on to.
My work is done.
How is now, but things continue to go. Why the fuck are you going that way?
We can ill afford defeat here.
Actually, never mind. I think it's.
Shall we?
Take the money down just fine, so.
Let's
Do something else.
Retreat!
There they go, get him!
Our time has finally come.
Mission accomplished.
And
Oh, Goddess. Thank you for your protection.
Everywhere you turn, you see another gruesome sight. Look what they've done to the homes, the fields, the people.
These bandits are like rats. They're nothing alone, but if you let them band together...
I've been here before. It was a long time ago, sure. But I can't believe this is all that's left.
Apparently, the first thing they did was find and kill Viscount Prim Standin, along with the rest of the local magistrates. With no one in charge, the bandits have taken free reign of the place.
Assassinations too? They've cut us deep indeed.
But why were they killing the leaders instead of taking them hostage? Are they not wanting control of the land?
It would seem their interest is little more than unadulterated chaos. Someone clearly does not wish Fodlan to be united beneath the Empire's flag.
This is a sick way to show it. Though I imagine there is a method to their madness.
Even I won't let myself run away from a situation like this.
We need to restore order as quickly as possible and return to the Kingdom front. Once I've brought an end to the war, I will never permit something this ghastly to happen again.
I want to get no more supplies, but thanks for telling me that now. Got to pick that up. Tome of comely things. I'm gonna believe it, says then. What people possibly thinking? You cannot dodge. Why didn't you dodge? I couldn't. This will cover 2 of these and maybe one of that. So I just say that last, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm just doing what I can at this point. Gain control of all strongholds, indicating just the 3 of them. I suppose I have to dodge a very roundabout way then.
Starts now.
I'll handle this like any other job.
There'll be no failure so long as I'm here.
It's not over.
And again, it's only these 3 strongholds, not any other strongholds. Weird. Yep. Electricity.
This is all my fault. I'm glad that went well.
Ow. I've got it, can't dodge. Wait tonight though.
We did it.
Shh.
They won't let victory come easily.
Which is why I'm not going to. Those things are just giant attacks and I don't want it. There he is. Fire!
I can't relax just yet.
There we go.
I've got this.
That'll do. For now.
I went above and beyond.
Nice critical wing. Don't get that move, Anna. Okay, just move to a location I can actually get to you. Okay.
What if we try just leave everything to me?
Greetings.
Iron shop restocks. Like I even wanted it for the iron shop.
That's so.
I've gotten lucky somehow. Weird. This situation is serious. All the rioting makes it impossible for us merchants to go about our business. Well, makes up stock up to your part to stem the chaos. Wait, you think I'm trying to turn this into a business opportunity? Why? I would never! Anyway, want to buy something?
Welcome.
And it's being Gannett. Don't know what to tell you. Time to drive off some bandits. That's a lot of enemies I gotta kill. Divide to conquer. Okay, see what my opponent is.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
Yep. I know, if you go ahead and start to kill that.
I'm all right. Let's get this mission underway. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Bad enough as he was freaking horse fighters.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
You can just go away, sniper.
This reminds me how glad I am.
I'm going well away from you now.
Let's get this operation underway, shall we?
You can help you. Happy out with that.
What next?
We're not losing to anyone.
Oh, what do you know? They almost finish it by the time I do arrive. We'll know that about it though. And done. The end of that mission.
You could have done better.
I'm seriously glad you're on our side.
That went well.
Indeed it did. Me, indeed it well. Indeed it well? That was a sentence.
I see.
Maybe we prefer battle. Right. Yes, this is everything we asked for. The engineers will handle it from here. Build bridge. Another bridge, huh? I need to get over this extra capacity, even though it's not going to be much. A mysterious group hostile to the Empire has been detected in the area. 60 miles into Sweden. To defeat the Assassin and other enemies. Revival order disbanded. Oh. Jesus Christ. Can you all just not? That'd be something. You can just not.
Bitter than blackest.
Jesus Christ, where'd you all come from? Portals of Art.
We won't lose, no matter what.
No matter what, huh? Even if fully powered up, I'm going the wrong direction. Even if it says that has a action meter gauge at the ready and ready to use, you surely won't lose it them. Because I think he will lose. Done.
I can't relax just yet.
Oh! Aha, so that's why. Interesting. Also, I don't think I've even gotten all the side missions done? That's good. I will take the chance to forge the weapons on the Knight of Sailor Sword. Fight with sword and magic. Strong against tomes. Press X to launch a spin attack. Press X at the correct time while spinning to change spin attacks. I can make a super junk out of this. Blossom! Born in the world of strife! Against the odds! We choose to fight! You know this one got likes to be bust based on the number of spins chained. Can anyone else be classified as a dancer? They can. They would just need to take the time out of the class just to be dedicated to swords. That is something I'm gonna have to really experiment my own time with. Although Petra is kind of close to having that. She's kind of close.
How striking.
Also, why does the Grimoire palette remind me of like the white mage from Final Fantasy? That's just an icon palette twice. Well, they can be more suited to the colors, like kind of like Mercedes here.
I hope I can handle this.
I guess wait, it kind of sort of does. I don't know. It just really felt weird that Lysithio's was like in Final Fantasy mage, like don't know why. Just learn the Death Knight Almond.
I demand further strength.
I'm legitimately not kidding. This is literally just the same armor he uses as a Dark Knight, so. Just because it is what it is, but still. Falcon Knight, Dark Knight, and Holy Knight. Holy Knight is there, Dark Knight and Falcon Knight are not, so. That's an interesting way to handle each class, okay. Alright, let's get rid of this extra quest. Which is more likely going to be immediately good against the sisters.
Hey!
More Mythful. Level A. Whoa. Cast the walls of the again to renovate residents to gang market base.
What'd you bring the 5 of us together for, Yuri? We beating someone up? Because I'm always ready for that kind of thing.
It is always the same with you, Balthus. How can you possibly be so uncouth in my presence? Not to mention our dear frail Happy here. Stop thinking with your fists and use your brain.
Who you calling frail, Coco?
It was a figure of speech, dear Happy. Nothing more.
We've been topside for a while, and you guys haven't changed a bit. You really think I'd call you out here just to lay a beating into someone? We're too busy for that. I've got a favor to ask of you all. Oh, and you as well, if that's all right.
Inside.
If this is the crew you've gathered, it must be important. Count me in.
That was almost suspiciously easy. But I'm not going to look this gift horse in the mouth. Let me fill you in on the details in that case. Some old friends of ours, rogues from Abyss, are in trouble. They've been caught up in some kind of struggle, and now bandits are after them. Considering the circles they run in, we're the only people willing to help them. Which means it's on us.
Got it. Definitely still in.
You should know better than to take Yuri at face value. No doubt much of what he said is true, but I am certain there is another angle to it as well. One which benefits himself.
I take care of my own. That's all.
I think the point is that there are folks from Abyss who need help, right? So let's quit bickering and go help already.
Good point. This is no time for anyone to be arguing with the shady lady here.
Bitch!
How dare you! I am not the one who is constantly scheming at one thing or the other.
Yuri Bird? Coco?
Hey! Save some of that fire for the fighting!
Yeah, you can air all your grievances at the bad guys.
Exactly. You're actually smart sometimes, friend.
She's not gonna be offended, but that's okay.
Sometimes. I'm always saying smart stuff.
Huh? Oh, right. Let's go with that.
That doesn't help.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, Yuri, it's time for the thing. You know, the thing to get us fired up before we roll out. He used to do it in Abyss all the time.
Our house doesn't exist anymore. But if it means we can finally get going, very well. Let's do this, wolves. Oh, and you too, Merc.
Glad I'm included. Rescue the rogue and their allies. An ally is routed or a rogue is routed. I can't change that. I can't even change myself. Okay. We're here for it. Okay.
Seems like our friends fled into the mountains. To get there, we'll need to take these strongholds.
No! Enemies! I gotta get out of here!
We've got...
We're here, and we won't let any of you die.
Yep.
Help, please! They're tucked up nowhere. Said one of us had a bounty on their head and told us to turn them over.
They were probably talking about me. Well, that's something.
There were plenty of folks with bounties on their heads in Abyss. But no one can begin to match the rich price on yours.
You're the one who summons monsters, yeah? Happy or whatever? Well, time to open up.
You've got the wrong person. I don't have any idea how to summon monsters. I swear.
I've got...
Thank you. And I'm sorry to ask, but can you please rescue the folks in the mountain too?
The fantastic king of grappling is on the case.
Rogue retreated.
Wait, they think that person is me? Well, I don't want that on my conscience. Guess I'd better...
Happy, what are you doing?
That time already.
Why is there a monster over there? Must have the wrong person. Come on.
I'm guessing they'll follow the path to the monsters now, yeah?
Well, there we go. Yep. Come on, through the gates now. Yep.
It seems news of your beauty has not spread as fast as that of your abilities. If you are being confused with a random man.
Fine by me. Still, do you think that maid's been working for the lady who kidnapped me?
Probably. Would be surprised if Kwanya just showed up again. She's like, I'm still here, I'm not dead! And now it's dead.
Easy there. You're all right now.
Happy! Hey, you'll be real proud of me. I didn't sell you out or nothing.
Oh, it's you.
It would seem their leader has made himself known.
Well, if we kill the stronger leader, the gates should open. Let's take my time here, man. Yep, as I figured.
You're rather famous, aren't you? Yes, I imagine you'd fetch a tidy sum.
You capture me? Not likely.
Level up.
I'm getting one.
I'm not letting you steal my thunder.
I must say, I didn't expect anyone would come to the aid of these rogues. That's fair!
And now you're gonna retreat.
Normally I like surprises, but I am finding this one to be most unwelcome.
Yeah, I figured.
I've got this.
Is it over yet?
Help me!
The enemy is some distance away. I will try to use my sorry excuse for magic to attack.
Constance, please.
What was that? Magic?
Constance, please.
What is she even aiming at?
Oh dear. It seems my other side has been doing some experimenting, and my magic got a bit out of hand as a result.
You think?
So, does that mean you can stop it now? Because we're getting burned alive over here.
Apologies, but I fear my meager intellect is not up to the task.
God damn it.
This is your magic. You were always causing problems like this in Abyss, too.
Yes, and I can only apologize most profusely. Though, if it helps, I will gladly forfeit.
Constance, please stop!
It won't. Just hurry up and do something about it already.
I'm afraid the magic my other side developed is experimental. And sadly, most experiments end up as dismal failures.
I think I have to be more worried about friendly fire than the actual enemy.
It seems the goddess has not forsaken us quite yet, for I was able to put a stop to it.
Up.
You're done!
Oh good, the other jackass decided to show up. Fun.
Oh look, here comes the big boss. Better get this over with.
Yes, let's
If
do.
you think me just some slapdash bandit, you have another thing coming. A barrier.
You know what? Funny saying that. Funny saying that because you.
You're done!
I understand this is how such folks make their living, and I have certainly been there. But these rogues are our rogues, and we are going to protect them.
Yeah, hands off our rogues.
Yeah, hands off our... Hey, wait a second. When did this lot become our rogues?
It's a good question.
Is actually giving me trouble.
You know what? Fine, I'll put you out of your misery. How about that? No, judging by that anything, you're coming back eventually. Cool.
Someone always gets in my way.
Okay, now he's retreated.
Looks like it's over. You folks go on ahead. I want to talk to these rogues.
Now that's how it's done.
Thanks for the help. Things would have been pretty hairy with just the 4 of us. I mean, we've got this guy pulling bounty hunters in from across the continent.
Hey!
And this gal summoning monsters.
Not my fault. Also, totally necessary.
And finally, the Grand Sorceress who rained pain down on friend and foe alike.
Even your condemnation is far too kind. I was of no help whatsoever.
Hey, everyone did what they could, and we all had a hand in the victory.
Yeah, it worked out in the end, so buck up.
It was nice to blow off some steam at any rate.
And I'm certain my other self was pleased to do more field tests with the new spell, though at the expense of my complete and utter mortification.
Well, I've still got my complaints, but I suppose I gained something from this too.
Oh yeah? What's that?
I went ahead and hired the folks we saved. I made it look like I was doing them a favor, and those in debt never seem to ask questions of their saviors. I'd been feeling a bit short-handed anyway, so it all worked out.
You're always looking for an angle, Yuri. That's the one thing about you that never changes.
What do you mean, the one thing? What are you trying to say? What else changed?
You know, Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, so now I haven't changed? Do you even know what you're saying? Or are words just falling out of your mouth faster than your brain can make them?
Pretty much, yeah. Clearly, B hasn't changed either.
Well, I have certainly changed. Alas, I have lost all of my hopes and dreams.
Are you kidding? That is 100% you.
You 4 really are old friends.
We're quite the quartet, all right. But hey, why don't you make it a quintet?
What?
Plus, I could use some help babysitting this lot.
Don't you get done enough from Byleth already? We haven't... You know what? Never mind. I was going to question that we haven't met him yet, but that's... I'm going to shut up now.
They call us the Abyssal 4, but now that we're 5, we'll have to change that name.
Psst. Constance, did anyone ever call us that?
It's hard to say. Sadly, my feeble memory has all but wasted away.
We were probably called that. I mean, it's not like Yuri Bird to just make things up.
Hey, what's with you guys? Do you want to be a part of this group or not? And here I was thinking we'd all go out and celebrate our victory. I guess it's just gonna be the 2 of us, friend.
Sure, I guess.
No fair. It should at least be the 3 of us.
Hey, if you're paying, you know I'm in. Also, you're right. I think we were called the Abyssal 4 at some point.
Wherever you lead, dear Yuri, I shall follow. For I have no desires of my own. I will happily feast upon whatever meager morsels you see fit to scatter before me.
Enough yapping. Let's get out of here already.
And a award is available. So where's the freaking awards?